Everybody, let's make a football fall themed wreath today. We are going to be using this sign that I have available as a wreath in my shop. If anybody's interested, just let me know. And it is made of wood, and I have used my metal hole punch to punch two small holes here in the ends and fed the wires through and twisted them in the back. We're going to use those to attach this to our wreath when we get it put together. We're going to be using 4 different ribbons. We have the football ribbon. We have this fall sentiment ribbon with different phrases relating to fall. And then we have this pretty plaid and an orange and yellow check. So these are the ones we're going to be using. These are all 2.5 inches wide and they're cut to 12 inches long. You're going to need 6 pieces of each color for this design or each theme, each ribbon. Okay, and then we're going to start off, we're going to use 3 different meshes, but I'll show you the third one in a minute. We're going to use these 2 to form the base of our wreath. This is a metallic bronze colored mesh, and then this one is the brown border stripe mesh. I'm not sure where these came from because I got them in a lot from another wreath maker that I purchased off of. But I do know Craft Outlet has both of these types of ribbon and probably these colors. If not, most of her supplies came from either Craft Outlet or Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Okay, so we are going to use a 14-inch Dollar Tree frame. I've pre-wired it with 18 pipe cleaners, 6 on the middle, and then on the middle 2 rings, and then 12 on the outside 2 rings. So if you want to, you could take a screenshot of that so that you can see how I've laid out the pipe cleaner. If you prefer a video, I can send you one if you want to comment and let me know. Right, so we're going to start off with making cruffles. We're going to start with the brown. I've cut this mesh, it's 10 inches wide, and I've cut the pieces to 20 inches long. You can do 18 if you want, and it will still give you a nice full wreath. It's a little bit fuller. So I'm going to curl the first, place my clip, turn that away from me, and do same thing on the other end. Now I just fold over 4 or 5 times, depending on how long my mesh is. And then turn my curls face down and just scrunch little sections at a time up the middle. Okay, so just like that. And then I'm going to we're going to work only on the outside 12 pipe cleaners to begin with. So I'm just going to stick this in. The first one, I'm putting my finished edge to the inside and the outside. And then we're going to rotate the color. So we'll do this bronze next. My stomach is growling. I hope you guys can't hear that. Okay, so we'll just do the same thing. 2, 3, 4. Turn that away. And do this in. Again, turn the curls face down and scrunch up the middle. Now that's just how I did this design. You can also put your curls face up if you want to in the pipe cleaner. I just do most of mine face down. I started that because I felt like it protected these cut edges a little better. If you do the curls face up, I think it does give you a little bit more poofier design, makes it thicker. Not a lot, but a little bit. Okay, and then the rest of these I've already pre-made for us, so I'm just going to pull them out of my cruffle holder and place them in. This one kind of messed up, so I'm going to redo it. There we go. Okay. Bronze. It's unusual for me to be live this early in the day, but I have a bunch of stuff to get done this afternoon, so I figured I would just go ahead and do this real quick first. And this one is a customer's order, but I do have a couple similar wreaths still in my shop if anybody's interested in the wreath. And then I have the wreath kits if you're a wreath maker and you want to make this design. Hi, Miss Linda. How are you? Oh, these fall designs helps me feel a little bit cooler. I'm doing pretty good today. Thank you for asking. Been getting a lot of stuff done, so I'm feeling accomplished. All right, we got one more piece to put in, and then we'll have our bottom layer of mesh done. And then of course we have to remember when we put in this last piece of mesh that it's laying on top on both sides. We just want to adjust that. So pull the piece to the right up and tuck it back under. Same thing with the bottom. And that way all of our mesh is laying in the same direction. Okay, now we're going to add some of the ribbons, and I'm going to put one ribbon per pipe cleaner on top of the mesh. I'll do the football with the orange. Oh, that's later. That's the top layer. We're doing one piece of ribbon, so we're just going to get straight out in front of us, where you guys can see, and then scrunch in the middle. And I have dovetailed the ends of the ribbons. I did that in advance. And then we're just going to put it in our first pipe cleaner. Pull it really tight. Twist it several times. And we're not adding anything else to this pipe cleaner, so I snip it off now to make it easy for me so I don't have to try to find them later. And then go to the next one, and we will do the orange. This is actually an orange and yellow plaid type ribbon from Craft Outlet. The football ribbon that I'm using actually came from Amazon, as well as the fall sentiment ribbon came from Amazon. The plaid and the orange and yellow came from Craft Outlet. I tend to buy my ribbons all over the place so that I can have a good variety and designs that are unique from what everybody else is making. Okay, yeah, so we'll do the fall sentiment next. And last, we will do the plaid. Okay, and now we're just going to repeat this pattern all the way around. So we'll start back with the and the orange is next. You can do more than one ribbon per pipe cleaner. I started a while back doing 1.5 ribbons in each pipe cleaner, and then I switched to just one because I like to be able to see my mesh through the ribbons as opposed to completely covering up all that mesh on the bottom. Okay, so now we need this one. And the plaid. Okay, and then we just need to do the pattern one more time. And we'll be done with the bottom, and we'll start on our second layer. Of course, using only one ribbon each pipe cleaner also makes the cost of your wreath more effective, more cost effective. So if you're selling them or even making them for yourself, it's a good way to save money and still have a beautiful full design. And you can also save your customers money because if you can keep your costs down, then you can offer a better price and still make a profit. Okay, so now we need the sentiment ribbon, or maybe script ribbon is what this would be called. All right, and our last one. Okay, so now to add our second layer of mesh, we're going to just pull these 6 pipe cleaners on the inside out to the outside. So make sure that you pull them straight out from where they're attached. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, so now we have all those. And for my top layer of mesh, I chose this. I wanted to add like a nice pop of color to the top. So this is like a brown, orange, and gold striped metallic mesh. This is from Craft Outlet. A couple things that I would say about this mesh is that it is pretty thin and it does fray a lot. So keep that in mind if you're using it. That's why I didn't use it as part of my base because I feel like it's a little bit too thin, but it is a nice addition to add a pop of color to the top. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to place the cruffles on the second layer facing to the right and left. So the opposite direction of the bottom layer. Okay. Of course, I described this as fraying a lot and thin, but it also is not one of the less expensive meshes. I guess that's just how it works out. Sometimes your more expensive is not necessarily your best quality, but it is beautiful. And here's an example. You can see the, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but like the metallic strips come out. So when I say it frays easily, that's what I'm referring to. I'm just going to trim that off. And this is how edges underneath with the curls facing down is helpful to protect this from additional fraying. So whether you do curls face down or face up can depend a lot on the quality of the mesh that you're using. Not the price of the mesh that you're using, but the actual quality of it. Okay, and our last one. You can see it's beautiful. It really gives a lot of life and bling to our design. And I liked because the sign has these bright colors and like the glittery look. So I wanted to add something with a little bit of that to coordinate with the sign. Okay, so now we are going to do the top layer of ribbons. We will put 2 in each pipe cleaner. So we're going to do the football with the orange. I'm just going to make an X in front of me and scrunch it. Pull it tight and twist it 3 or 4 times. And then I always cut all my pipe cleaners off, leaving about a ½ inch, and then push that down in and squeeze it to make sure the ribbons are secure. Okay, and then we'll rotate. So next we will do the plaid with the script ribbon. And I always push up next to the pipe cleaner to arch my ribbons so that they come up and out. And then I just take my fingers and run the ribbon through to get like a curl on the end. I feel like wrapping it around the mesh makes it look more cohesive. It looks like when I measured my football ribbon, I got my measurement off, but I think it's still going to work out just fine. This football ribbon also is like a thin, silky kind of material, satiny. It's flimsy. Um, so if you're shopping on Amazon for the football ribbon, they have other ones that are made of canvas that I like better. So pay attention to that. When I ordered, I didn't pay attention to that. Okay, and then I'll do this one again. The script ribbon is the canvas that I'm talking about, and it's much thicker and more substantial and easier to get it to lay the way that you want it to lay. I just trimmed a wire off that was sticking out there. Well, this design seems to be going pretty fast. We got 2 more ribbon bundles and then our sign to add. If you wanted to, you could even add some adornments to this. So like in these little pockets around here, if you wanted to add like some of the little mini footballs or some pumpkins or something like that. Those are things that I've done on some of my other designs that look nice. At Easter, I've even bought the football Easter eggs and glued them together and used them on my football wreaths. Because I mean, you get like at the Dollar Tree, you get like 12 for $1.25, I think it is. So for 75 cents or so, you get enough to make 2 wreaths if you put 6 all the way around. I know you can also, Walmart has the little packs of the little soft, squishy footballs. I've used those also. Okay, now we just need to add our sign. So I'm just going to lay it in just like this. Try to make sure that I have it in the middle. And then I'm going to feed my first set of wires down through the mesh to the wire frame at the bottom. And wrap the wire around 2 of the rings. I'm going to pull it snug but not real tight because I don't want to sink it clear to the bottom of my wreath. I want it to sit down inside the wreath slightly, but also still be prominently on top as opposed to sunk all the way to the bottom. So let all that mesh in the middle kind of hold it up. And then I'm just running the end of the wire around one of the rings on the frame and pushing the sharp edge up inside. So we don't want any scratched doors. So again, on this side, I'm just pulling snug to make it even so that it's secure tight and it doesn't slip and slide around. But it's still sitting kind of nicely on top with just this little bit of mesh at the top layer kind of framing around it. Okay, and then again, just wrap the wire, pushing the sharp edge up inside. Okay, and we are all done. Let me know. Oh, good morning, Bonnie. Sorry, I just now seen your message. Oh, Donnie, this is Donnie. Oh, hey, Donnie. I haven't been on much lately, and I haven't got to watch you because I got some issues going on in my personal life. But I'll be back to full time soon and catch up with you. But thank you so much for popping on and saying hey. Okay, so I love this little design. This has been a popular one in my shop. Thank you guys for joining and watching. If anybody decides to make it, let me know. I am doing very well today. Thank you so much. I hope you are also. Alrighty, guys, you enjoy the rest of your day, and I probably will be back tomorrow. Thank you. I probably will be back tomorrow. I have another customer order. I'm pretty sure it's due out tomorrow, so I'll be popping on to make that one as well. You guys have a good day.